Hi all, it's Chantel here. Welcome to Art Side Out. Have you always wanted to try embossing but wasn't sure how to do it? Well, today we're going to learn the easy 3-step embossing technique while I walk you through this art journal page, which is one of my favorite of all time. Okay, let's jump in. I'm working on the very last page of one of my art journals today, which also happened to be in the last week of the year. I love it when that happens because it represents endings and new beginnings, and it also means I get to start a new journal soon. Let's get started with embossing step 1. You need to use a slow drying embossing ink pad. This way it remains wet long enough for the powder to adhere and be heat set. In this case, I'm using a Cloud 9 white embossing ink pad. Normally you'd want to go with clear, but white is okay as well. Supplies used will be in the description below. Now I'm rubbing ink onto my Tim Holtz Botanic Collage stamp. You can use any stamp in your collection. And I'm placing it in various points around the pages. Now for step 2. Using Ranger Distress Embossing Glaze in the Evergreen bough color, I put a generous amount where the stamped bits are. Now you will soon see that much of the powder didn't take, which happened for 3 reasons. Number 1, I didn't move the embossing powder around the page so it could really get into the ink that was there. Number 2, I left the ink a little bit too long before putting the powder on. And 3, I may not have pressed hard enough when stamping. So what I did off camera was go back in and re-stamp. And now I'm going to show you the process how it should have happened in the first place. You want to have a paper handy that's been folded in half to pour the excess powder onto, and then pour it back into the jar for next time. There we go, that's how it's supposed to look. Absolutely gorgeous. So now it's time to take a heat tool and set it. You want to do small, slow circles or back and forth motion. And what will happen is you'll start to see a change in consistency and it'll lighten slightly. That's when you know it's almost set. It will get a raised, shiny look to it, which is going to make your art and your creations even more beautiful. When you touch it and it has a hardened, glossy sheen to it, it's all set. Now I'm doing some stamping around the embossed areas with Archival Ink, which is permanent. I don't want the stamping to be affected by what I plan to do next. Now coming in with Speckled Egg Distress Ink, I'm applying right over top of the embossing, which is so fun. Now that the embossing is set, we can do this and it remains untouched, which is so beautiful. Now with Walnut stain, and now coming in with Abandoned Coral Distress Ink. It's one of my favorite colors. These colors are blending so nice with the embossing. So I bought these flowers from a digital download on Etsy. They are so beautiful and have a 3D look to them. So lovely. I'm adhering them with matte gel medium. And now adding a stem with Liquitex Green Gold. I wanted to remove some of the background on those leaves and have a torn, painterly look to it. Now I think I'm adding a little bit of raw umber here to darken that stem a bit. And to find words to complement the beauty of these pages. Ooh, embrace the magic. That's fitting. So many options. Embrace the magic wins. And now for some splatter. I put white acrylic ink on my palm, which is a bit of an odd choice to put it on my hand instead of the palette paper, but hey, that's okay. And framing the page now, I use a black oil pastel, which is my general go-to for framing my art journal pages. There it is, a little embossing magic and Distress ink love. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, by all means subscribe, like, and leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. And I hope watching today helps bring your art side out.